huge support. Really, we had a very positive summit, and we discussed the situation on the battlefield. What I'm happy, what I wanted to share with everybody, that we spoke about battlefield. We spoke about negotiations with Russians, potential negotiations with Russia. We spoke about middle strikes and long range, the situation with Russian losses, economy, and etc. Good news, first of all, that yes, Putin has to stop this war, and I have unanimity from all the leaders and EU presidents. So we had the unanimity that Russia is not winning, losing a lot of people, and they have to make a deal as quick as possible. And they don't have initiative in their hands. So they really have to recognize that they don't want peace. And it's true, everybody understands that a lot of people around Putin, they push him to the more big mobilization, to doesn't matter how much losses they will have, how many people will die. I mean, they don't think about it, but there is a huge percent of Russian people who understand that they begin to understand that they are not winning this war, and that's why they have to stop this war. Yes, I'm not sure that it's really a human reason, because if you have a lot of losses, you have to stop. No, they didn't have to begin. It's between us. But in any way, better later than never. So that the percent is more than 60% of society of Russians, they want to stop this war. And that's why we need more pressure on Putin. We had real unanimity today in G7 summit. Everybody was on the side of, I think, on the right side. And it's good that we have the same information from our intelligence. So, and then we had some more talks with President Trump, and I hope that we will have more, and not only with President Trump, and also with Chancellor, and we will have with the Prime Minister and President Macron, and with Ursula and Costa. I mean, we continue. Now we continue talk, and after our meeting, I will have some more meetings. So everybody recognized that Russia wants to attack civilian infrastructure. And this is also a new step of understanding, of unanimity of this understanding. This is always was very important for me, that we see the war, I mean, this with open eyes, and we recognize what Russians really what they did on our territory, such brutal things, and what are they doing and why. We see the reasons. So, but long period of time, some of our partners, they've been, I mean, this, balancing, but now everybody is recognizing that Russia doesn't want, Putin doesn't want to stop this war. And I don't know, maybe he really afraid of negotiations because of one of the reasons, that what he will do with 1 million of soldiers who will come back home to Russia, and they will ask why we did it.
Right.
Or what.
Right. So, President Zelensky, you put a lot of things on the table. So that's okay. That's okay. We will now.
You didn't tell me how many questions will be. Maybe
one. Many. We could keep you all day. Okay. So I'm going to unpack some of the things that you said. The pressure. What exactly is that pressure? Sanctions, more sanctions. What other economic measures? Did you discuss that in detail with President Trump and the others?
Now, we will have opportunity to discuss more with President Trump, but we discussed with others more sanctions. Shadow fleet, number one, because our, how we say, long-range sanctions, they work. And now you see the price of oil is decreasing. And it's good that President Trump made with Iran the decision. We see the prices are falling down, and but decreasing. In any way, it's good. So Russia will not get additional benefits. Then shadow fleet, not just to stop and to confiscate. This is important, and to work hardly with all of allies together in unity to stop tankers, to stop shadow fleet of Russia. And also the question of, as I said, long range, but it's up to us. It's not to the partners, because we don't use their weapon, and now we use only our long range missiles or drones or drone missiles. We have such format also. So it's all about it. We asked also to help more with the banking systems, or with banking system of Russia, and also about military sector of Russia, which also works not only in Russia. Yes, they have some representatives abroad, so we need to close it using sanctions. And also political pressure on Russia. And I think that President Trump can do it, or maybe only him. I don't know, really. We will see what Europeans will do. I mean, this, of course, Europe wants negotiations with coordination with the United States, but we don't know all the tracks. Between us, it doesn't matter. We need useful tracks to stop Putin. Now, I think President Trump can do it, and Europe also will do it. So this is what we see.
Got it. Got it. That was quite clear. You have asked President Trump, you had asked President Trump in a letter specifically for more Patriot air defense missiles to protect Ukrainian cities, also because we have seen quite a few attacks lately, including in the monastery just yesterday. So to protect Ukrainian cities from Russian ballistic missile attacks. Did you receive an answer specifically on this?
So, first of all, he was very positive that they can help us more with missiles. And this is a big challenge, really, because the production is not so big as our needs. The production is in the United States. I raised the topic of licenses. I addressed it to President Trump. We need licenses to produce missiles. We have capabilities, different. It's difficult to produce Patriot systems and missiles. Yes, I know. I had a lot of, believe me, I had a lot of meetings and calls with Raytheon, with this company, with their management CEOs, and etc. I know I'm deeply in this topic, but in any way, we want to increase their production if they will be okay, and if President Trump will support this idea. But now he was positive. In any way, so we need to do this. From European side, we really need for the world try to produce European anti-ballistic system, which has to be strong, and between us, better to be cheaper. Yes, and that than the world names what we have now. But otherwise, we will not have enough. Otherwise, Europe will not have enough. Otherwise, Middle East will not have enough. I don't know about Asia. I don't know their needs, what they want, and etc. But I'm talking about the countries whom I know personally, what I know their needs. So that's why this is important alternative on which we will work.
Got it. But so just so I'm clear, so the response, I think everything else you said was important, but the response from President Trump then specifically on this was, you said it was positive, meaning it was a yes.
Positive. It was positive.
Okay.
Yeah, it was positive. Right. Yes, I hope when President Trump is positive, I hope it's yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we shall see. Still on President Trump said last year that Ukraine did not have the cards to bring Putin to the table. Do you now? That your situation basically from last year has dramatically changed. Last year, Trump said, well, President Zeleensky does not have, the right cards, to bring Putin, to force Putin. But now is the sense that you do, that the situation has changed. Would you agree?
I think that really the situation is changing. And on the battlefield, as I said, Russia lost initiative on some directions. They attacked us. They made offensive steps on 12 directions. We saw this, and they lost initiative almost in all these directions. Only in 2 or 3, they still have a lot of, huge amount of soldiers, a huge amount of everything, but they're very slow there. And on other direction, they really lost initiative, and we've got it. And also on some 2 or 3 directions, we are more successful now. These months, for example, we deoccupied 100 kilometers on one direction. So, we will not stop, and they will not stop. Better to stop this war. This not stop on the battlefield. So, that's why in this case we are better than on middle strikes, as I said, and long range we are better. We now we will produce about 10 million drones during this year, but we can double. And this is also, I think, good news from our perspective, and it's good news, first of all, from our industry, from military direction. So this is also good. Good sanctions began to work, not enough sanctions. And good that 90 billion, we've got 90 billion decision, and it's very helpful. It's great European support.
Got it. So you've laid it out. Now let's talk about timing. You have said that you wanted to reach a peace deal or a ceasefire and peace deal with Putin before this winter. So did you discuss a possible timeline or maybe a date to start again, perhaps U.S. mediated talks, perhaps with the U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner? Can you give us a sense of timing then?
It's difficult, really difficult, that we proposed the last time we proposed, I had made a phone call to Emmanuel Macron, and when I was invited to G7, I made a phone call to him and said that, Emmanuel, what do you think about during G7 meeting, invite not only us, find a way, maybe in Switzerland, in neutral country, to find a way like we G7, basing on such, this presence of many leaders, we can use this opportunity and try to organize meeting with Russians. And he was very happy with this idea, and but Russians didn't react. They didn't support. Also, American side knew this proposition, and I'm not sure that they also have got positive signals. So now we are here, and we had really strong meeting. Putin didn't use this opportunity to meet during G7. And I think we spoke with President Trump. I think that yes, I know that he made a lot of propositions again through different leaders. Putin, to come to Moscow, but this is such games. We don't play such games. So we need some third country. It's not Russia, it's not Ukraine. It's understandable why. So it can be Switzerland, it can be Turkey, it can be Middle East countries, it can be, I don't know, I'm not the president of the United States. It's up to president to do it, to organize or not, to invite us, both of us or not. But I think USA also can be. At least they had meeting already in the United States, in Alaska.
But President Trump specifically
before the winter. Sorry. I think this is very important thing. Try to organize meeting before the winter.
Got it.
it was terrible winter for us, and but you have to understand that we don't want to go through the same winter.
Of course.
And Russia has to know that we had terrible winter, and they will have also not simple. So
Yeah.
I think my proposition, dialogue.
Yeah, understandable. So just one quick follow on this. You recently had a meeting with Abramovich in Kyiv. Could he be a possible intermediary to President Putin?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Putin uses just people. It's not about intermediate or not. I think he just uses. He has his own decisions in his head. But I know that Abramovich, when he came, I think it was very concrete, specific dialogue with him. And I think he understood 100% of my position and our proposition. And he said that he will go and give feedback to the Kremlin. And so we will see. He can be, I mean, he can be, it's up to Putin, because each country has to decide who will represent on technical level or on the level of NSAs, who will represent them.
Right. Time will tell. But so just to wrap up on your meeting with President Trump today, how would you describe the change in feeling and in relationship between that very infamous meeting in the Oval Office and now? Give us a color.
It's difficult for me to say. So everybody recognized that it's good that there is ceasefire in the Middle East. Yes, and this is good that people are not dying. And can we stop Putin? The question is, can we stop this war? And the question, who can stop? So if President Trump can do it, God bless. So but everybody is recognizing. Again, I think this is the changing of the, maybe not of position, maybe of position, but of understanding that he doesn't want to stop the war.
Got it.
He has to be under more pressure. He doesn't have, I mean, Putin, he doesn't have any feelings about losses. Can you imagine 35,000 of Russians losses each month, heavy wounded or killed?
Right.
Can you imagine what's going on? So somebody has to stop him.
Right, very clear. So today you also, I believe, met with the IMF, Kristalina Georgieva, and this is regarding an $8 billion loan that the IMF has granted. They have just released the second tranche, but in order to release more money, they are awaiting important reforms in your parliament, including the many things, but including some taxation on business. Your parliament seems to be going slower on this than expected. When will those be passed?
So we spoke with Kristalina, and before her mission had meetings with our prime minister and with government team. They, I think that they've been focusing on different decisions and dates and etc. But I've got today from Kristalina that both sides are positive, that maybe both sides need some steps, and maybe Ukrainian parliament also needs. But I didn't get the information today that that there are some difficulties. So you have to understand that it's not easy for all of us. I mean, it's not easy to vote in parliament. It's not easy to make decisions with different financial institutions, but we are partners, and this is good. We had very positive meeting with Kristalina, and he understands. She's very she understands, and she's very supportive of Ukraine, to help us with microfinancial support, to understand that it's so important now. And I was very thankful for her condolences and warm words about Ukrainians. And after such massive attacks, especially 2 days ago on our Kiev Pечерsk Lavra, one of the biggest, maybe the biggest Christian centers in the world. So we are partners. We work with IMF, and I think that our government and our IMF team will make all the decisions what Ukrainians need.
Got it. You also met with Chancellor Merz, I believe, and Chancellor Merz has suggested, with regards to possible accession to the European Union, something that you don't like very much, which is an associate membership rather than full membership. Were you able to convince him and other EU countries for full EU membership? And do you feel that the EU member countries understand what you say is the importance of a rapid progress towards EU membership?
First of all, Friedrich, I'm very thankful to his support. He's on our side. He understands that Ukraine counts on fast track, something like this. I know that not all the leaders love such format, fast track, because they want very understandable, clear steps for everybody. But we are not everybody, with all respect to everybody. We are during the war, and we need more creative steps, fast steps. We need it very much. Otherwise, if to make big pause, I shared it with Chancellor and with all the leaders, if we will make after this war big pause during our way to EU, everything will be like we have with NATO. Russia will find a way how to block Ukraine's way to EU. They don't want to see us successful. Russia doesn't need Ukraine be successful, and the more interesting for them not to make Ukraine European country, not to be part of European family. That's why we need fast track. That's why I want to. Of course, I want like a president. When we speak about EU, I'm speaking not like a president. I'm speaking like a citizen. So we want to be a part of Europe. Look, if you want us, if you see us, if you need us, our strong army, our strong people, if you see us, please look at us as at yourself. We want to be the same, not better, but not worse. So we want the same. We want clear membership. This is my reaction.
Got it. One of the requirements of accession, as we have discussed, even you and I before, is tackling corruption. Recently, there was an arrest of your close aide, someone I myself had met with you as well. The arrest of Mr. Yermak. Was that a sign that Ukraine is ready to do what is needed on tackling corruption?
Yeah, of course, and Ukraine is doing all European. It's not the proposition from EU. There is a list of reforms what each country, not only Ukraine, needs to do, and we do everything. That's why the clusters are opening. That's why yesterday the first cluster, fundamentals, by the way, fundamentals, where there is a legislation, the law, the court, the reforms, and anti-corruption reform, everything is there. So the first cluster was open. Any questions? I think no questions. Then we need 5 more clusters to be open, and we did with reforms and laws, maybe not everything, but mostly. We're trying our best as we can be fast during the war as possible.
Got it. So we've talked about President Trump, so the US, the EU, the IMF. But let me ask you a question. Considering the deep economic dependence that Russia has on China, how can Beijing also put pressure on Russia? Should Xi Jinping be your main interlocutor to end this war?
I don't know. Everybody has to. I think everybody who wants this war to end and to end this war, we have to join everybody. And of course, China is a big country and very influential country. They have the biggest. I think that Russia has the biggest trade with China.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Depends on China to buy. Yes.
Yes, of course. It depends on the economic. The economy depends on China, on China decisions. It means that China has influence, and of course, we will be happy to if they will help. But we don't feel it. That we don't feel their mood. We don't feel that they are ready to pressure Putin. It's meant to do everything to end this war.
So you would be open to having,
change.
Yeah, you'd be open to having a conversation with Mr. Xi.
Of course, I'm very open to meet with the President Xi, and our teams can work on it exactly to do everything what we can to stop the war.
So in this room, you don't see it, but in this room we have many investors, chief executives, financiers. And so one of the things that we would want to know is, what are the sectors of your economy that offer the greatest opportunity for foreign investment, and what incentives are you offering?
So thank you very much. First of all, we will have reconstruction anyway after ceasefire or after the war will end, when we will have security guarantees. Because security guarantees, first of all, we need for our people, for the societies, and of course for business, for investment. So, and reconstruction is very important. We have to renovate energy sector. So energy is very important. Agriculture, even during the war, this is huge sector of Ukrainian economy, agricultural sector. So you're very welcome. And of course, the new sector, what we've got, what we created and during and increased during this war, it's Miltech. Miltech, it doesn't mean that it's only drones which attack and weapon for offensive. No, it's about the mining, it's about agricultural sector, and a lot of different things. So it's like a robotized system. So different things. So this direction very important. We have more than 400, almost around 5 companies. So investors are very welcome. Energy, agricultural, Miltech, yes, and different other sectors are open. Ukraine is a big country, and it's been the country of big opportunities.
Got it. My last question then to you, because last time we met in November, well, we've met since then, but last time we had an interview here at Reuters NEXT was in November 2023, and you gave me some insight into, President Zeleensky, the man, right? And so I have a few quick questions, personal questions for you. Are you ready? Very fast.
The last one.
Last ones. They're very quick questions, okay?
The
you
last
ready?
one few.
The last one few. That's right. Okay. Ready? Are you ready? Do you miss being an actor?
I miss being a good father.
Okay. When your children were little, what did you tell them the most? What was the thing that you told them the most when they were small?
I love you.
And what do you tell them now that they're older?
Oh, I miss you.
Oh. When was the last time you cried?
I will try to do it after our interview.
Okay, when was the last time you laughed?
No, I mean this between us. So I'm normal man, and there are a lot of different moments between us almost each day. A lot of losses, on the battlefield and civilians, and there are absolutely crazy attacks on our people. And it's not about. It's very difficult, really. When I give orders, I said about it. It's always difficult for me when I give orders to the mothers and fathers who lost their children.
Of course.
In such moments, really, I often cry.
Are you a hero?
No.
So who is your hero?
My hero, my children, my army, our army, and Ukrainian people. So I'm a part, and I'm also Ukrainian. So I'm a part of our nation. But now our nation, I think that our nation is absolutely heroic.
Wonderful. On that note, I think we can close. Thank you, President Zelensky. We are so grateful for having you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can hear the applause.
I hear you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Alessandra. Thank you, President Zelensky. Look, we've got 10 minutes before lunch. This is a really good opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was an honor. Thank you. Bye-bye.